right now if I had introduced that sermon and that was me. For some of his audience, it was an incomprehensible thought that this world's greatest preacher, Charles Haddon Spurgeon, would confess to such despair. But John Henry Jowett, who was the renowned pastor of the Fifth Presbyterian Church in New York City and later of Westminster Chapel in London, wrote to a friend and he said, "You seem to imagine that I have no ups and downs, but just a level and lofty stretch of spiritual attainment, unbroken joy. By no means. I am often perfectly wretched and everything appears most murky." Martin Luther, the great reformer, was subject to such fits of darkness that he would hide himself away for days, and his family would remove all dangerous implements from the house for fear that he would hurt himself. In the midst of one of these times, he wrote, "For more than a week, I was as close to the gates of death and hell as one can be. I trembled in all my members. Christ was wholly lost to me. I was shaken by desperation and blasphemy of God." Reformer John Knox prayed, "Lord Jesus, receive my spirit and put an end to my miserable life." Adoniram Judson, America's first foreign missionary, suffering from a deep depression following his wife's death, wrote, "God to me is the great unknown. I believe in him, but I cannot find him." And John Bunyan, who wrote Pilgrim's Progress, said, "Sometimes I should be assaulted with such discouragement, fearing that I should not be able to speak the word at all. At such times I should have such strange faintness, and my legs have scarce been able to carry me." Jeremiah the prophet said, "Cursed be the day on which I was born." Elijah, experiencing deep depression as he cries out, "It is enough now, Lord. Take my life, for I am no better than my fathers." And J. Oswald Sanders, one of the great writers of our generation, said, speaking of Elijah and Moses, he said, "Is it not without its comfort that the two men who conversed with the Lord on the Mount of Transfiguration both broke under the strain of their ministry and prayed that they might die?" The dictionary defines depression as low spirits, gloomy feelings, dejection, sadness, a condition marked by feelings of worthlessness, failure, and